Hello everybody, and welcome back to yet another figure review. Tonight we're taking a look at the Monsterverse, Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire, Wart Dog by Playmates. This is one of the smaller figures. Now, Playmates did release a bunch of these for Godzilla vs. Kong all the way back when, and now we're getting a bunch of these smaller figurines for the new film as well, at least at the time of this recording. So we have the Wart Dog here, the only figure that we have so far of this new kaiju, the Wart Dog, this creature that appears to hunt in packs with thousands more of its kind, so you can see why Kong was running away from them at the beginning of the film. But there's one of the many Wart Dogs that appear in the opening of that film. Back of the box, nothing really going on. You can just see Godzilla Evolved, King Kong, some crystals, Imports Dragon sticker there, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, Monsterverse, and obviously the same sort of art that we get on all of these Playmates figures. You know, you got the crystals, the lightning, the electricity, this kind of really cool military-looking banner there that showcases the name of the kaiju. But with that being said, I'm going to get this guy unboxed. Don't go away. There'll be more figure review to be had. Alright, here is Wart Dog out of the packaging. And it's a pretty interesting looking kaiju. Its legs are curled up and they look very humanoid. Like you can see a visible thumb there with multiple like 3-finger claws there, and that's the same for the feet. So it's got these very humanoid hand-like feet with like sharp claws on them. Big bushy sort of back type of head. And then the body is very thin fur that goes into a tail here. The tail even has some ridges on the back of it. There are some ridges on the back of the legs here, and of course the arms. And then the head, the most interesting part of this kaiju. Now, I don't remember it having a head like this in the actual film, so this might be based off of the concept art of the creature. But I remember in the film the creature having more of like a dog head, but more broad and more muscular looking. But this is still a nice representation of it. Looks really cool still. You got these really small black eyes on both sides of the figure. It's got this big bone-looking mouth with like these broad, sharp teeth there, a long tongue just coming out, and even the roof of the mouth is painted. This just looks really, really nice. All the coarse fur detail, and then it thins out as it gets down the body. I just think it's a nice attention to detail. The bottom of it, nothing really going on. You can see some more of that fur detail there. But yeah, all things considered, it's a nice little figure of the Wart Dog. I don't think this is accurate because I'm pretty sure it looks slightly different than this in the film. Looks more like a dog, just like really mutated looking. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of SCP-682, or those images that they had up for a while on the SCP Wiki. But yeah, that is the Wart Dog. Pretty small, precious little figure. Obviously in scale with the Hollow Earth Mystery Crystal figures that came out at Walmart a while ago. So without further ado, let's get into some size comparisons, shall we? Here is the Wart Dog next to the Hollow Earth Crystal figures. Obviously, the only difference between these two figures, because they seem to be in the same size range, is that the 4 on the right here came in these really cool Hollow Earth crystals, whereas Wart Dog came packaged separately on its own card. Next up for comparison, here is the Playmates Wart Dog figurine next to a Cinemark and Cineplex exclusive Godzilla Evolved Cup Topper. Here he is next to Titanus Doug and Titanus Suko. And you can see how they compare. And finally, finishing up the size comparisons here, we got the Wart Dog figurine next to the 6-inch Kong with Beast Glove figure. The one thing I'm starting to notice when it comes to these lines of smaller figurines that Playmates is putting out is it seems like Playmates themselves are using these lines to put in some of these smaller kaiju that aren't represented as much, whereas in the Godzilla vs. Kong line of these smaller figurines, we got the Hellhawk, and of course we got Behemoth. Behemoth never appeared in the movie, and Hellhawk had a very minor role. So I was super happy to see that Playmates was using this lineup as well to put in some monsters that weren't really seen so much throughout the course of the movie. In this case, we have this really cool Wart Dog, which was hardly really used in the movie except for in the opening scene. All things considered, it's a really cool figure. The Wart Dog looks awesome, and as you can see on screen here, you can recreate that scene where after defeating some of the Wart Dogs, Kong is sitting down about to eat one when Doug sneaks up behind him and tries to steal his food, which he obviously, if you've seen the movie, successfully does. Steals that Wart Dog carcass off of Kong. So it looks really cool, and I just think it's an awesome figure of a kaiju that really didn't show up a lot in the movie. With that being said, hope you guys enjoyed. Do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.